Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good, good. All good, Paul. Thanks. Thanks for hosting this. We are nice retrace getting here so far on Bitcoin. Overall, I still would like to see higher. If we look at this screen here, I'll dive right into the TA because we still have 5 minutes to prep for the speech, and then we'll see what the outcome is. I think Paul can tell us a little bit more about it later. So far, we got this push up into the previous day equilibrium and we web close. We got some longs into it, not the aggression I would like to see, but a small pullback right after. And you can see that shorts are getting aggressive right now. There's a lot of big orders coming in now. So there's literally a lot of ping pong going on. Here you can see over the last few days how crazy big orders were on Bybit, where they were like shorting the low, longing everything up, longing the high again. I think also here on the high again, big orders coming in. And normally, we don't see those big orders in such a short amount of time. So there is definitely something changed on Bybit, more volume or more aggression in general. We see players on all sides getting aggressive for nothing. Also here again, shorting at the lows, push up. Longing at the highs, push down. I did not short this here because I did not like the reaction so far. We are long here from this low and we are short here from the previous week equilibrium. I'll go over that quickly just to bring everyone up to speed what we did in the pro launch and where we are. The idea basically first was to short the previous week equilibrium. That was the idea that we made on Monday. You can see so far how well that played out. Really simple trade, but a really nice 3.6% scalp here from the equilibrium level. And we got some another additional confluence there with a volume profile. Value area high was also around this region that we did not tap. And so far, this short has played out well. And then we got a nice reversal here. Overall, I still would like to see a little bit lower for getting into a long. As mentioned already in the New York Open session to our members, there is a lot of interest area down below around 25,600 with a cluster that we printed. So I can show you the cluster 2 below us. But for now, I would like to see another push to the upside first. So you can see the cluster here basically below us with some aggressive negative delta and some aggressive shorts pushing us to the upside. We got the nice reversal here. We are still in the area with a lot of shorts that pushed us down from the overall drop that we had a few days back. You can see here the drop shown completely different. It is different candles that are shown here. They are not like timed, but they are based on reversals. And you can see how many candles were printed here. And if the candles are super aggressive, you get those green and red lines. So you can see here also negative delta on this drop here, pushing us to the downside. We printed another defender here at the bottom, back tested it within a few seconds, and then pushed up again. But so far, we did not clear those defenders yet. Means for me that the shorts that opened up here on the drop, this is the drop that we had here on the 17th. So I'll show you the same area. This is this area here. Just looks different because it's different candles, but those shorts that opened up here in the middle of the move are still trying to push us down and hold price down. You can see here again that price did not push through yet. Not here, not here, not here, and also not here. So this is the first big resistance for me to the upside. We have another important level above us with some defenders around 27,300. And as you all may know, or maybe not, I'll quickly go over that too, just to bring everyone up to speed where we are more globally or on the medium time frame. Because if we look at Bitcoin here and compare it to CME, for example, we can see that there is quite some discrepancies in price action. You can see that we are going way lower on futures, way lower, and that we have some gaps here. We did not print a gap on the last weekend, but we still have a gap up here around 27,400. This is the same area where we also have the defender that I mentioned a bit earlier, and this is still the first area for me to look for a short. So defender up here with the gap to fill for a nice short to the downside. This is still an idea that was already established on the beginning of the week inside the launch, and there's a similar level to the downside with the defender and the low. I'll be more cautious for the low again here because, as you know, the low is quite different compared to USDT, for example, and then even more difference on USD pairs. So we have quite some catch up to do here to the downside. Be aware of that. Overall, I would still like to see this cleared, but we could get a first push to the upside, clear out the high eventually, get a little bit higher overall, and get into a nice short. We don't want to short anything here in the middle. Like if we look at it here, you can see prices going sideways for quite a while. Got a deviation to the upside. We got one deviation to the downside. I did not long it, but I shorted the high, and I'm long from here with the speed of wave spot. But so far, again, I need to see another push to the upside to get into a comfortable short or a drop in order to get into a comfortable long. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what is happening here. So far, we did not get much action yet. You can see also here on tape, we got some longs, we got some shorts, cumulative, nothing crazy going on. But you can see also when we zoom out here, new speed of waves indicator that will be released exclusively to PTL subscribers in the near future, giving us some really nice entries. So basically all the arrows are printed by the strategy. It is a strategy that is directly implemented into ATAS, and it will take the trades for you. Those are the actual entries. You can see the arrows here is the actual entry when the strategy decides to buy or to sell. And so far, it gave some really nice action here on those ranges, and we got a 1% move out of it at the minimum. Safe trades here over the last 4 or 5 days. So really nice on that. I would still like to see us push a little bit higher, to be honest, and to get into a short on a little bit higher up. But this is how it looks so far. We did not see much aggression here. You can see here comparing the simple speed of tape that was released over a year ago. You can see nice reversals, but then again here with the upside, you know that speed of waves is not really ideal in trending days, but the new strategy is taking trending days into consideration and filtering out tape. So basically here would have been a nice trade based on speed of waves alone, nice reversal, but then again here in the middle you get longs pushing us higher, but the strategy told you no, we will not short this here yet, we will still wait for a little bit higher. And then as soon as we got more aggression here at the highs, we got a nice reversal so far. Yeah. Paul, what are you thinking about? You want to go over your chart? Yeah. Paul, I think you are muted or no audio. People cannot hear you. Just interrupting quickly. Let's let's see, gentlemen. No worries. We'll bring it back up here. In the meantime, we did not miss anything because Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly. Cannot just. I'll wait a few more seconds until the lag has. Let's see, gentlemen. No worries. We'll back up. I'll check myself, but let's see. Is more, but you can see longs are getting aggressive. You can see to the upside longs and then to the downside shorts. I would still like to see some continuation, to be honest. Not sure if we get it, but so far the aggression that we have here is not enough for me to short. We are 5 minutes into the speech, and we could have this as a nice catalyst for push to the upside. Some shorts coming here. Let's see how it looks again here. You can still see aggressive shorts at the lows, and this is another reason for me to think that we can get a push to the upside. But again, on those speeches, on those events, everything can happen. So be aware, be safe about it, and don't overtrade anything crazily. We can for sure scalp a very aggressive long here if we want. I will not do it because I'm in a long already, but let's see where those shorts here bring us overall. Paul, do you have any news on your mic? Are you back up?
I am back, hopefully back now. So yeah, Fed Powell speaking at the symposium, as we know, and he's basically saying they would like a softer labour market. Seemingly, it's not soft enough at the moment. So that's an indication of maybe an increase in interest rates. So yeah, pretty negative for the markets, to be fair. So I would like to see. We've had a nice push up this morning on the ES and futures. I would like to see a nice reversal today, to be fair, and we have just hit my level that I've been looking at on the ES, basically, which was the pivot, and I would expect us to continue to the downside on the ES and BTC probably to follow, but I'm sorry I don't have the BTC chart up to show you, but yeah, more continuation. I mean, on the ES to the downside personally is what I'm looking for. And as we know, BTC has been quite weak, and yeah, that's my thoughts really on that.
Nice. We got your audio back, Paul, so that's good.
Good, thank you,
You can
thank you.
share your
So
screen too if you want,
I can
and then we
indeed,
can
yeah.
get
Let's have a look. I will go to my.
over that.
Oh man.
But yeah, so far we got a few aggressive shorts or more shorts come in. Nothing too crazy yet. Nothing I will long, as mentioned earlier. Still wait here for a little bit higher to get into a proper short. And if not, we will wait for our levels a little bit lower. Don't get crazily chopped up during those events. And let's trade it safe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but let's see.
so
Do we have any questions, people? If you are watching here on YouTube, give us a like. That would really help us out. We would appreciate it, and we'll be here for you every week if we can continue to get some viewers and some likes here. So nice feedback from everyone. So
excellent.
cool. Your screen is up too. Nice, Paul. What are you looking at?
So yes, yeah, basically looking to short any real retraces on the ES at the moment. Personally, I'm looking for a continuation of this downtrend. Um, hopefully for a significant period, I would say. Personally, I do have some targets. We are sharing those in the group. I'm not going to give those out on here, but they're significantly lower. And we've been looking for this area, as I've said. Previously, we've been looking to short this area for quite some months now. It's back since October 2022. We had this as a target, believe it or not. You may be surprised, but check our Twitter out. You can see that on there that we've been looking for this area for a big, decent short. And like I say, we're looking to short all the retraces, scalp retraces. Obviously, I'm in a swing from higher, but anybody in the group, I think, is looking to scalp shorts on the ES. Do expect that Bitcoin will follow the legacy markets. So I do have a bearish outlook on Bitcoin at the moment, personally, but would like a little bit higher before we get a drop, personally, on Bitcoin. That may not happen. I'd really love these highs to be taken, personally. For us to come up and possibly touch the previous week equilibrium. That would be a great entry for me. Of course, I'm not looking to short this area. Whilst it may well drop, I don't think that's a sensible move as a trader. But yeah, I'd love a little bit higher and possibly a squeeze up before a drop back down.
Yeah, I
I
agree
think
there with you, Paul.
that's sort of, we do have, albeit this is not my most favourite harmonic that should give me some upside targets, but this red line is sort of my line in the sand and what I'm looking for really, and I'll wait for that trade to come. And if it doesn't come, I don't take it. To be fair, that's where I'm at the moment with Bitcoin. Um, and yeah, same with the ES. I think I'd like possibly a tag of this pivot today before a drop, but we're very close to it at the moment on the ES. So yeah, that's my plan. What has Fed Powell said? Not an awful lot from what I'm saying that we're in a position to proceed carefully. He's not really saying an awful lot. That's giving much away other than they would like a softer job market. I think that's a pretty tight indication they want. They may need to continue the hiking of interest rates. But I'm going to be honest with you. I had some levels set before I knew this speech was going to happen, and I'm just looking for those levels. And what he says to me, I don't know. Doesn't really mean a lot, to be honest with you, because I know what I'm looking for, and that's it. As far
Yeah,
as
that's the main thing, you know.
Bitcoin,
Mark
yeah,
mark your levels, wait for it. It's the same
yeah,
like Paul mentioned, we are
mm,
somewhere in the middle of the range. We don't trade anything crazy here. We need to wait for higher or lower for a good trade
yeah,
and for a reasonable trade, because even if we can push from here, even if we are aggressively longing here this retrace, for example, we can do that for sure. Is it the best trade? Definitely not. Can we push higher? Yeah, 100%. We can also drop from here, but we are in the middle of something, so we really need to see some
yeah,
direction first. We got a lot of aggressive shorts down here, so definitely some fuel to squeeze us up potentially. We might not squeeze up to the moon, but we might still get a nice push, and
yeah,
we could then look for a nice short. And if we just continue to grind down here locally, we have our levels to the downside and quite a few plays that were shared from the pro traders. Also yesterday, Eunice on the close session with his Elliott wave count, that is amazing. Every week we have 3 sessions at least where there's Elliott wave counts shared on gold, on Nasdaq, on the ES, on everything that
mm-hmm,
basically can be charted from general and from Eunice, and you will get live updates on those charts every day nearly on most of the assets. So really good to be in there. We got a question here from Zen Live. Is Yuki releasing his IFBG strategy as PTL mentioned a while ago? There is already a first preview of the strategy inside the pro launch. I think we have around 200 videos in there for strategies and containing educational material, and around 400 videos from previous sessions that you can look back and learn from. So there's a lot of content inside the pro launch, and the IFVG strategy I think contains 3 or 4 lesson videos where he goes over how he trades those on different days. There's also an indicator being worked on and a lot of stuff that comes out in the near future. You would expect a short squeeze first and then continue down, or do you see price with a little strength to reach 27-ish? 27-ish is a nice and far away target. I would like to see a short squeeze personally here, simply
mm,
because of the aggressive shorts that just opened up on Bybit. So the big orders that I showed here a little bit earlier definitely could give us a nice squeeze to the upside. But then again, you know, on this range, people have been getting aggressive on all the sides. So there's big orders coming in to the downside and to the upside. So we need to be a little bit more cautious and take it with a grain of salt. But then again, you know, we are in this local range after a huge drop, and a lot of shorts pushed us down. And some of those shorts are probably still in the game. They did not take profit. And if we get back above the local high here, 27,300, I would say, is the last level I would look for shorts. If we squeeze through there, if we reclaim the CME gap, for example, and my defenders up there, I'll be more cautious with shorts and I'll look for long backtests, because we could then really start some squeeze with all the shorts that are still left on the drop, for example.
yeah. Agreed, agreed. I think a short squeeze would be very nice. And it's events like these when people just click, trying to get on the right side of a trade without planning it, and just clicking and hoping for the best. Yeah, oh look, it's going
Yeah.
up, going up. I'm going to buy. Yeah, it's not the way to trade. wait for it to hit your level. Don't guess that it's going to go up and down during these events because the volatility is just yes, it's not a it's a gambler's game doing it that way. Where you want to trade and take a decent high probability trade. I'm expecting that a lot of people saw this going down and managed to hit the short button here. So now they're going to be trapped here and they're going to get squeezed up here. This is just yeah. I'm talking in very simple terms here, and I'm not looking at Michael's brilliant strategies. But this is just market psychology. People see this big
Yeah,
red candle and
it's
then
the
start
easy
short.
things.
So look, here we're getting a little bit of a push up now. See, we've been in this range. Break this range. It's looking likely we're going to get a bit of volume coming in here. Yeah, it'd be nice to see a push up. Yeah, as you can see here, we're getting the squeeze up now. This is a perfect example of a squeeze. So we're getting people closed out on this. These are these people here that shorted down here getting squeezed out of their positions now, and this candle shows it them closing out basically. Yeah, so that's what's happening at the moment. On the ES, we're coming hopefully closely up to. I'm on the wrong. Hang on a second. Jump down to the right.
Yeah, we got some nice, to be fair, overall price is moving nice because since the long or since the aggressive long that I mentioned a few minutes ago, we moved 1%, 1.1% to the upside already now.
Mm-hmm.
So really nice pushes. Like even if it looks like a small grind, we are doing some nice moves for a scalper. And
Yep.
the shorts that we mentioned in the beginning of the session, they are probably also already sweating and trying to get out here. So if you manage to get into this aggressive scalp long, definitely some profit here after a 1% push to the upside. And let's see where it continues. So far, we got some longs coming in here. Again, nothing too crazy, nothing too aggressive, nothing that I will short yet. We tapped a few levels here with VWAP closes again, but also still in a calm manner. We did not put up many big orders or big trades, and overall, I would still expect this to continue a little bit to the upside because most of the
Absolutely.
resistance locally here we already tapped once before, and we are trying to break through it again now. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, gentlemen and ladies, if you're new here, drop us a like. If not, you can join us in the Pro Traders launch anytime. We have a free section there. There's actually some good TA in the pro sec or in the free section too. And in the pro section, there is about 14 live sessions every week from different traders, different pro traders that give their insights and their strategies. You get access to all the lesson strategies, and there's something new coming up very soon for everyone else. Got a few more questions here in the chat. Let me see if I can pull it up again. But trap shorts and let's go. Yes, Eric, I agree. So far, we got some shorts trapped and we are pushing up. We got some longs at the highs again, but nothing all too crazy. What do you consider most important? That the price has broken the 26,200 level, or is it still above the point of control for a rise? We did not break anything, in my opinion, yet. If we break 26,200, I don't have all too many levels there. Let me quickly check. We have a new daily above us at 26,400 that I'm cautious about, but overall, we don't have all too many. Let me see if I can find something. 26,200, nothing all too crazy there, to be honest. And my first levels are definitely higher up around the high that we put in 2 days ago, or the high that also Paul mentioned. When is the new speed of waves being released? Yeah. I will share that inside the pro launch. It will still take a few days or weeks, depending on the backtesting. So far, it has given some really nice trades. Over the last 150 days, it entered around 16, 17 long trades now. One long trade was a loser. All the others were at least 1.2% moves, most of them around 3% moves. The shorts were a little bit different. Shorts, the win rate was a little bit lower. That is what is currently being adjusted. And as soon as the shorts parameters are set, it will basically be ready to release. The strategy then enters for you. Needs to be Atlas needs to be open and run, but the strategy will enter for you, and you need to take profit. You can use an exit strategy to set your TPs and your stop loss automated. But so far, the win rate, I think, on longs is around 95% and a little bit lower on shorts yet. And as soon as we got the shorts with the right parameters ready to go, the strategy will be released inside the pro launch, and we can let it run over Bitcoin so far. Really nice results in general. It managed to get rid of about 30 trades that would have been activated by trading speed of waves alone. So sometimes, when we are trending, I tell you don't trade speed of waves on trending days, because at the end it is made for ranges, and we managed to literally get rid of those trending alerts. I can also show you something here, maybe just a comparison on the huge drop that we got, where speed of waves, you see aggression starting on the minute candles here already on the beginning, and the aggression continues. So there was a lot of aggression here on the drop, basically overall, and it would be very difficult with the traditional speed of waves to enter anything here, because shorts getting aggressive, shorts getting aggressive, more shorts getting aggressive. When do you enter? This could just continue. It was an overall huge drop for sure, but it would be very difficult to rule out which tape candles and which tape data you would use. But then again, with the new one, let me see if I can pull that up here. The new one, this is the same drop. Here you can see the entry here marked by the green candle, and this would have been the entry, not at the exact low, but a few bucks away from it, where the strategy would have entered for you. So it eliminated all the early tape alerts and told you, listen, I'm entering here. You can set position size, you can set limits or market orders, however you want to enter, and the bot will enter for you. But at the end, it is really nice just comparing those two, where you see basically a lot of aggression. You could never trade trending days with speed of waves before, but with the new one, not only does the bot enter for you, but it also eliminates all the early alerts. And let's see how that looks right now. Here we got some aggression to the upside, cumulative tape for sure, nice and high, but still far away from anything that I want to short. And if we zoom out again, we can see the same strategy here. You can right click in charts. There is chart strategies. We have speed of waves running here, for example, entering trades and marking out those reversals. So far, so good. Really nice reversals. Also here, for example, another winner on the drop yesterday, a trade that, as mentioned, I would not have taken. Oh, anchor alarm is going off. The wind has shifted on the boat, and we are moving a little bit. Yeah, overall 1.3% push here from the entry. Did not manage to enter exactly at the low, but it's still a winner. It's a different kind of trading with this for sure. But then again, you don't need to be at the screen all the time, and you're basically saving your time by having the bot enter for you. You can then check and manage your trade as soon as the bot found an entry. And again, zooming back here, you can see really nice high here. What was it, around here? It was, yeah, not all too far away from the high. It was actually put in. It's a little bit different here on this low, for example, but still, after the nice reversal, the bot decided to enter here, and then we got a nice push to the upside. So far, really nice. And I will wait for my next short arrow a little bit higher up. I will update those charts as soon as we are off the session, as soon as we get some more aggression to the upside. If we get some alerts, I will always share those entries in the pro launch until the indicator is released, and then everyone else can basically run it by themselves. There will be different modes, and you can have a little bit more aggression where the bot enters on smaller scalps, and a little bit less aggression also for the big reversals, for example, and some moderate way. But yeah, let's see what else do we have. So far, not too much. We got a little bit of a wiki action here, you know, at Powell speech up, down. This was where we scalped an aggressive long here on the session. We got a 1%, 1.1% small move so far from that, and we are still continuing our way. Again, as mentioned in the beginning, we will be looking for a little bit higher up to get into a short. Not saying that we need to get higher up, but saying that we cannot simply short anything here in the middle of the range. So trade safe, wait for a little bit higher to get into a better risk reward ratio trade, and then get to it. And if not, we'll simply drop, grind down from here, and then we are prepared with our levels to the downside. How long after the high and low signal does it print the entry? I did not backtest it on alts yet, but we can zoom in here in detail and you can see where it entered a little bit later. I think it's 2 minutes. It depends on when all the criteria is met. But you can see here it was basically, this was the low, 1 minute later, and then 2 minutes later the entry is around 25,960 here, for example. You can also have a look at the high that we put in earlier, just to go over it while there is no action on Bitcoin, or while we're still waiting on Bitcoin to do something. You can also see here, for example, it is also 1 or 2 minutes after the high was put in. But then again, also here again, really nice example. You can see 2 aggressive candles. Traditionally, you would not know which one to enter, because you could enter here already. This is the first aggressive candle. It is higher than the first one, than the second one, but you can see that the bot decided to enter after the second one and not even enter here at all at the first one. So really nice ruling out on trending days. And there's some other rules behind it. Quite some intelligence and backtesting went into defining the rules and how the bot decides when to enter. So there's a lot of work being put in. And as soon as we have backtested all the shorts over the last 150 plus days, we are on a good point to release everything. So let's see. What is CVD telling us? Anything crazy there? Let me quickly see. Not really. We don't have bearish CVD diffs all too crazy. We had some bullish CVD diffs earlier today here at the lows. On the lower time frame also, we got a small push to the upside, but nothing yet all too crazy. Let's see, how is it looking here? The shorts that were aggressive here, we got a push to the upside. So those shorts are probably out there, and I will look for some new data now to get into a new trade. But again, so far nothing here, nothing local that I would short or long in the middle of the range. But yeah, let's sum it up. Paul, is there still something else from the Powell speech? Something, some takeaway?
Nothing anymore to take away, but a really nice move as we anticipated on the ES down from our level that we talked about earlier. With a nice drop on the ES, I would expect that, you know, once BTC's done its wicking around, that will probably follow that. But nothing extra from Powell really, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, nothing. We are in a position to proceed carefully. Is his last big comment that I've seen, and that's it. So yeah, nothing really to report. Nice bit of volatility though. Certainly on the ES, and I was able to compound on my short there while we were chatting away.
Nice. Perfect. I think we'll call it a day here. Send everyone into a well-deserved weekend. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you,
Don't
guys.
forget to leave us a comment or a like if you're rewatching this later. We would really appreciate it. And we will share all our final ideas inside the pro launch. Hope you enjoyed it
Yeah, for a few
and
more
have a good
few.
day.
Have a good day, guys, and make sure you follow us on Twitter as well. Give us a follow on Twitter for a bit more info and some tips out there as well. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and goodbye. Thanks, Michael.
Cheers. Cheers. Thanks,
Bye.
Paul. Bye bye.